Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video we are going to make a turtle chaffle. That would be the candy flavor, not the reptile flavor. As I begin pulling together my eventual cookbook, one of my goals for it is to create a thing that I call recipe sequencing. What recipe sequencing is are links within one recipe to another that shows you how you can build upon a given recipe. And the turtle chaffle is a perfect example of that, as it draws upon some of my previous recipes, including chaffles, candied pecans, caramel sauce, and whipped cream. Unfortunately, I didn't plan enough ahead to have made some whipped cream on my own, but I do have some ready whip, so that's going to have to suffice. But what I will do is I will put a playlist at the end of this video that has all of the other recipes that lead up to this recipe. And with that, let's make ourselves some chaffles. We'll start with 4 tablespoons, that's 2 ounces or 55 grams of cream cheese. Ideally room temperature, so you don't have to do this. To this we will add 1 large egg. I really like using a mini food processor for this. It just makes the process so much faster, so much more consistent. I'll then mix the egg and cream cheese together until it forms a smooth batter, about 6-7 seconds. And then scrape down the sides if necessary. We'll add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1 tablespoon of the whey protein flavor of your choice. I'm using vanilla. If you're opposed to whey protein, you can use collagen. I find that the perfect keto salted caramel goes wonderfully in this. But feel free to play around with whatever types of protein powder or collagen you'd like to. It's hard to screw this recipe up. We'll give our powders 3 or 4 quick pulses to incorporate them. And then I'm going to add some candied pecans. I'll link to this recipe. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of chopped candied pecans. That's about 25 grams. Then we'll give the food processor 2 or 3 more pulses to incorporate. And then we'll set our batter aside while we preheat our dash minis. Now before I add my batter to the preheated waffle makers, I want to talk about chocolate chips for just a second. I've tried them all. I've tried Super Fat. I've tried Lily's. I've tried Chalk Zero. And you can use any of those, but my favorite for this are the chocolate chips from Bake Believe. You can find these at Walmart. Most chaffle recipes yield 2 chaffles. This, however, I found out as I was making it, will yield 3. As a result, I overfilled both of my dash minis. You want to fill them up about 80% as much as you think you ought to. That allows for you to add the chocolate chips without overfilling, as you're going to see that I do right here. I do a little bit better job on the one on the right, but this gets worse once they start to bake. As you can see. Pretty bad on the left one. Not nearly as bad on the right. After about 3.5 minutes, they're done steaming and are ready to be removed to a wire cooling rack. And they remove a lot easier if you don't overfill your dash mini. The color on them, looking very nice though. And you can see as I fill up this third one, had I done the first 2 right, I would have 3 perfectly sized chaffles. To finish them off, I'm going to use some of my keto caramel sauce. Again, I will include the link to that. We'll give it a little extra drizzle here, just for the thumbnail. And finally, add a little bit of whipped cream. Had I been thinking ahead, I would have made my own. And again, I'll include the link to that. And now for the taste. The turtle is one of those things where all the flavors, when they come together, are greater than the sum of the parts. The caramel, the chocolate, the pecan. Oh, this is so good. So if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber, tap the subscribe button, then hit the bell and turn on all notifications. And lastly, if you'd like to find out what some of the perks are for being a channel member, click that join button. Thanks for watching.